right, ladies, first off, congratulations on the win, a 4-set victory over New Haven as the number 7 seed. Coach, let's start with you. Take me just through your initial reactions, how it feels to come in and just pull off that upset.
Well, we just prepare for the game, and the point is, when you prepare for the game, are we going to execute or are we not? So we executed, which is that's why we win today. So I'm very happy about it.
It's not every day that, on the stage when you're playing in the NCAA tournament, and you had said before we started it was your program's first NCAA tournament victory since 2001, but also to hit 312 as a team. I mean, what was working? And I could see your eyebrows went up when I said that.
Yeah.
I was like, what was it that was making everything work for you so well? I mean, especially after you took the first set in such a dominant fashion, and then you lose the second. In the third, you could have fallen back a little bit. Instead, you rally.
Yeah.
You take the third and fourth. What was going so well for your program today?
We just focus on one set at a time. We take it like as a one game, and we played it one game to 25, and then when that game is over, we play another one to 25. And I think that help us a lot to focus on each point and just focus on that particular set.
It seemed like so much you got such incredible play out of your middles as well today, and that was an area where New Haven really struggled to figure you out. What really translated to all of that success for you?
Yeah, well, we scout them, and we knew how they're gonna play. So our advantage is when we have a good pass and we have a free ball, our advantage is to go through middle, because we have powerful middles, and both of them, even freshman Mia, did a great job today.
Guys, congratulations. Coach, we spoke a couple of days ago, and one thing that I put a lot of emphasis on was kind of that layoff, right? That 12-13 day layoff.
Yes.
How you guys would respond. Coming out here and going up against a championship team in the NE10, what was your message to these two, just heading into today? Was it anything different from after you and I spoke, or maybe a different message from, a few minutes before the game started?
No, the message was the same, and as we talked a few days ago, I said that break was beneficial for us. I think it was a lot of stress during the season. It was a lot of going on. I think we were mentally and physically tired, and I think just having a break of 13 days was very beneficial for us.
Larissa, you had one heck of a day again. Just to continue right where you left off from a couple of weeks ago, what went well for you, do you think, through your eyes?
I think I was able to stay in the game, and the thing that coach told us to stay point by point, stay in the set, and don't think about whatever happened. Even if we win, even if we lost the set, just move forward. And I know New Haven, they were going after me. I told the girls I never had a team the whole season that served me that much. And I feel like I responded really good. Even though, I got aces sometimes, it's okay. I knew I was gonna get perfect pass. I know my team needs me, and I'm gonna show up. And I think that's almost like what everybody did. And I think if us, the captain, showed that we're there to give the example of resiliency, I feel like everybody just gonna follow.
Yeah, Rianne, you had another heck of a game as well, and to have both conferences, not only player of the year, also setter of the year, going head to head, what was going so well for you today?
Like Larissa said, we just focus on our team, and basically, like Coach said, we need to focus every set to 25. At least for me, I had up and down on this game, but that didn't let me to go off or playing bad for the team, and I think we did pretty well today. I'm surprised, really surprised. They're the champions of the NE10, but that didn't stop us to play our game. So yeah.
After that second set, you fell 25-20. What was the message from your coach in that huddle after you guys fell in?
So basically, she said that right now it's 0-0. Yeah. We just need to focus this set to 25, and then focus another one to 25. So it basically point by point, and just keep it simple and don't rush at all.
Coach, one player who had, fantastic game again, Julia.
Yes.
Yeah,
career number in attacks, tied her career number in kills. 18 points total. What did you see out of her this afternoon? Kind of that X factor, if you will.
Oh my gosh, I would just say Julia is growing each game.
Yeah.
Like she's improving each game. I mean, comparing to last season and this season, she's just going up, and she just listens, and she's so coachable, and she has such a big heart, and she loves playing, and she just needs to be free to play, and that's where she shows the best.
You also had Mia too. I
Yes.
mean, she came in, and granted the numbers aren't pretty, but it was at the right times
Yes.
that she was getting these points, right? So,
Yes.
Ariane, we'll start with you. What did you see from your teammate there in Mia doing, such a
So basically,
kinda like closer?
basically Mia was saying like in every play that she was ready, even though she missed the ball or she did an error. So I really trust on her, and I know that they were looking at Larissa, so the middle was open. So that's why I chose to set Mia, and she did a really good job.
Coach, for you.
Yeah, I would say because Mia is freshman, and her first collegiate season, and it was her first 13 days ago. It was her first semi-final of the conference where she didn't really show up. She was scared. She was tight, But I think she learned the lesson, and I think that was a great experience for her. And she just didn't want to play like that. She wanted to show up today, and that she did.
Larissa, what did you think of your teammate?
I think she does great. I know, like, I love that most of the time I'm with her in the net. So we built a really good chemistry, and I know I'm always talking to her like, hey, we got this player, we got that player, like we're gonna do this together. So I try to always keep them like on the moment. So I think like we all just help.
Last one for you, Coach. What is your message heading into tomorrow's game against either Bentley or Southern New Hampshire? It's a big one.
Yes, it's a big one. Well, we're just gonna take one set at a time like we did today. We're not gonna rush. We're gonna prepare good again. We're gonna take like 1 point per point, and that's how we're gonna play.
Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, coaches. First off, apologies about the loss, but team came out, played hard. Initial reactions to the game. First for you, Coach.
We are very young, and we talk about that all the time. We have leadership in our senior setter and our outside hitter, who is a junior. But other than that, we're new coach, new team. So it's a big scene for us. We're super excited, happy to be playing. But I think the jitters, in the beginning, got a little bit out of control. So we had to be fighting our way back the whole match, and unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
Coming off such a high here 2 weeks ago when you won the NE10 championship, and you're back here 2 weeks later playing Mercy. I mean, what was it? Just to kind of put the spotlight here on your opponent for a second. What was it about Mercy that they came out with their game plan that maybe threw you off guard a little bit?
They played exactly what we expected. We needed to serve them tough. And get them out of system so they wouldn't run a lot of balls out of the middle, which is their strength, and then push fast balls to the outside and have us, scrambling to contain two hitters on the net together. And we did not serve them tough enough, and they just kept, their players came through and kept scoring that way. So. You don't never want 7 service errors, but in terms of like the number, when you're you spoke a lot about how much success Mercy had coming out of the middle. Was it more that they were really kind of getting through your blocks, or was it something within kind of assignments or within the game plan that kind of turned it on another way? No, they just did. She just did what she's been doing all season long. Nobody's been able to stop her, and. It's not, we're just not able to block. It's just, it has never been our best skill overall throughout the whole season. Up to leading into the conference championship, we were leading the conference in every category, leading or number 3 or number 4 in every single category, but we are dead last in blocks. So if you can contain a middle blocker with the block, it's hard to dig on the floor, and that's just one thing that we knew we were going to give up. That's why we needed to risk more on serving.
Coach, the NC10 was just had such a competitive year across the board. There were so many good teams, and yourself, Adelphi, Bentley, all season really contending for that #1 spot. Can you speak a little bit just on what your two ladies and the rest of your team really accomplished this season?
Oh, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Starting the job back in August, we just had a lot of work to do, and we talked so much about building a culture that would lead to that championship. But we just kept grinding. We just kept taking a day at a time. We need that NC10 is, it's a tough conference, so we had to build a lot of mental stamina, as well as athletic stamina to play some of those competitors. But we just kept pushing just a little bit harder, every day a little bit harder, and I just kept asking a little bit more of them, and fortunately they have been very coachable, and I'm very happy in that sense that they just kept giving me a little bit more.
Michelle, let's go over to you here for a second. I mean, you lose the first set 25-18, it's a little disheartening, but you come back and you bounce back and you win the second set 25-20. You were successful on about over 40% of your sets today. I mean, what was really, take me through really kind of what changed for you guys between the first and the second set in terms of really trying to turn that tide and turn the match around for you?
Yeah, so like Coach said, I think we were a lot of nervousness in the first set. In the second set, we just said it's us against everybody. We have that target in our backs right now. Everybody's going to be putting their best game out for us. We decided that we were going to show up in the second set, and we gave them a run for their money, and we did pretty well. We contained the middle in that second set a little better, and yeah, I think we served aggressively. I think we started up like 6-2 that set, and then we kept that lead going the entire set, and they took their timeouts early, and we just kept going.
Grace, 14 kills on 39 total attempts. What was working so well for you today?
I'm really just being confident swinging. When I go up and swing, I just tell myself to be confident, so that works. And obviously, Michelle's sets make a big difference. Can't get kills without a setter, so yeah, definitely that. And just swinging where I know there's open spots.
Did you find yourself, you said that there were definitely some first set jitters. I mean, you played in the conference championship 2 weeks ago and prevail. You come back here, and unfortunately you fall in 4 sets. What do you feel that the mindset of the team was just a little bit different today than it was 2 weeks ago?
Not necessarily, no. I think we have a strong mindset. I think we are very good at mental toughness, so I don't think it was anything like that.
Michelle, when you come back and you look at the year as a whole, what do you take out of it? Obviously a championship season, but ultimately for you and your teammates, what do you take out of it?
Yeah, I'm really proud of everybody. Like we said at the beginning of the season, we were thinking this was going to be like a rebuilding year for New Haven. We have a new coach, we have 5 freshmen, we have 2 transfers. There was more people coming in new that stayed. So we were just getting very used to each other in the preseason. I don't think a lot of us had a great preseason, so at the beginning it was just a lot of skill working, a lot of individual work at the beginning, and I would say after that Bentley tournament, we took 3 hard losses, but we kind of knew. We learned a lot that weekend. We looked into that film. Grace came out in our starting lineup after that weekend, and for her, it's just been uphill since then. And for all of us, but really for the freshmen, they've come through for us. And Macy's come through for us every single match. She actually balls out. She gives everything she has. And it's been great to lead next to her. It's been an honor to be in this program this last year.
Grace, I'm going to leave you with the last question. I kind of want to piggyback off what Michelle was saying and talking about kind of coming into the year. You were a young team. You think you're going to be rebuilding. In fact, you won a championship. Take me through day 1 of preseason to where you are here at the end of the season. What do you make of the year as a whole?
Day 1 of preseason, Coach came in and established that culture is going to be her main focus. And I really think that made such a big difference throughout the entire season. Because if we didn't have culture, if we hated each other, we would not play good together. So establishing that culture really made a difference in the season. And then just went on from there.
Ladies, thank you so much, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.